Y'all know the material for these discussion videos at this point. Now, I had to do a lot of research, honestly, for this one because it was really frustrating to get this all together in one video. There are so many fighting game characters in so many different parts of the FGC, it's ridiculous. You got Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, all these other iconic IPs that have been around for decades that have done very unique characters and very unique stages and mechanics and all this other stuff you've seen over the years. But what if I told you we would literally have guest characters being in fighting games? Guest characters are basically a strange beauty in fighting games because something about seeing Negan in Tekken 7 or Cloud Strife in Super Smash Bros. Was probably one of the most hypest shit you could possibly see imaginable. Now, our first guest character is basically going to be starting with the one that basically started guest characters in general, and Mortal Kombat. We might as well have had Kratos as a PlayStation exclusive, and Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, and Jason from MKX, which is personally my favorite guest character in MKX. None other compares to Predator. I strongly believe that Predator was probably one of the coolest guest characters that they did for Mortal Kombat in general. Everything to the source material that they did, like his weapons, his looks, his sounds, the way how he plays, the way how he, like, you know, it's straight from the movies though, and literally, like, I love that shit. I remember watching the first Predator, just seeing his mask come off for the very first time. That shit was actually pretty cool to see, you know? All the prosthetic makeups and effects and everything that they were doing back then, and seeing it being implemented into Mortal Kombat X was like, oh, chef's kiss, bro. Like, there's a reason why I go back to Mortal Kombat X more often, because the guest characters and the roster I think was a lot better. But I know there'll be some other MK fans that'll be like, oh, but MK9's roster was great. If we're being real, nobody really likes MK11 or MK1's roster all that much. Like, who the hell even asked for Ghostface and Conan the Barbarian? Yeah, sure, T-1000 and Omni-Man and Homelander are fucking awesome. But at the same time, this is just a literal dude with a knife fighting a superpowered that basically kills innocent people. Not really a superhero, but you get what I mean. Predator, I think, is the best character, considerably, for MKX, because he's just so well regarded in just how the way he plays and just how he is in the game in general. Now, this other character is going to be another guest character that is a little underrated.
Oh, yeah! Yeah! I'm crashing this party!
That is Rash from Battletoads, aka Killer Instinct 2013. Now, you may be thinking like, oh, this frog or this freaky frog is just a Ninja Turtles ripoff. Nah, this man will beat the brakes off you with his big meaty frog fists and his big boots and tons, and like air juggle you and shit. Rash was a character that was mainly feared by the KI community because when he came out around season 2, I've heard horror stories of people just getting their ass whooped by Rash, and I was just like, dude, like, I need to play this game at some point though, because not only do you have a literal toad fighting a werewolf, a mummy, robotic dinosaur, skeleton, a ninja monk, and a demon Japanese ghost girl that looks similar to Savako from The Ring. This is probably one of the most diverse rosters I have ever seen, and feel free to fight me on this, because I think KI's roster is really unique. They all play differently and they're not the same. But with Rash, they paid so much tribute to this character because there's like so many things that you could see from the references from the original game that he first appeared in. Battletoads back in the 90s, so it was like NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, that era. Video games that people would be more aware of if they're older, if I have any older audiences that are aware. Yeah, Arbiter is cool. But in my personal opinion, I think Rash really stood out for me though, because he just was super fun to play. Could do all this wacky combo air juggling stuff that you could normally do in other fighting games nowadays. So Yeah, Rash is pretty dope. Now, the last two are personally the weirdest ones for me, and I don't know if anybody's gonna agree with the last few that I'm gonna be talking about. Tekken 7 was regarded to be one of the most well-sold fighting games in their genre, especially for a 3D fighter, though. Like, I remember that being my first Tekken, and I absolutely enjoyed it, though, because I've already played all the other games previously on backwards compatibility. They're still really fun. I'm not the best at Tekken, but I still have fun with it regardless. But what if I told you that a literal man with a baseball bat from a zombie apocalypse show was an actual guest character in fucking Tekken? A lot of people forgot about Negan in Tekken 7 because he was just one of those weirder cases of just, I don't know if it was just more of a money thing or if they just really wanted to add this character for shits and giggles, because in my personal opinion, Negan feels like Miguel but with a bat. That's basically his gameplay. Like, nothing too crazy, nothing too original, but he would be the last character you would expect to be in Tekken. Like, he would fit more for Mortal Kombat rather than Tekken, in my opinion. And yet you got Ghostface running around trying to stab Omni-Man. Like, bro, that ain't gonna work. Trust me. I've seen this man disintegrate an entire planet by flying. Like, you don't need to do a weird case, though, because, like, it is voiced by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which he's a very phenomenal actor. I highly recommend seeing him play Negan or other characters like Conquest, because Invincible is fire. Overall, I think his gameplay is meh. It's nothing too original. It's just bat attacks and maybe a knife here and there. I wish he could have summoned zombies similar to like Frank West. Not a whole lot though going on, but except for his face. But like, what is going on there? Also, I've just been noted that my editor just told me that Colonel Sanders was supposed to be a guest character in Tekken 8, and they almost considered it, but they backed down. What the fuck? Now, this last character, or these last two characters, have something to do with a personal upcoming favorite video game of mine, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Now, I know y'all been wanting me to react more to this, but I thought about putting a discussion part for this thing because it's such a strange case that we have two in real life people that are basically in a fighting game. We literally got Cristiano Ronaldo in Fatal Fury. I want to repeat that. Cristiano Ronaldo in Fatal Fury. He was the last person I was expecting to get into this game. Like, I was expecting maybe like Blue Mary or Joe Higashi. Like, there's plenty of other characters they could have chosen under the sun, and I'm not hating on Ronaldo. Don't get me wrong, he's a goated soccer player. The overall mixed reactions that I've heard on the internet, people are genuinely not happy about the Fatal Fury roster. If you thought Ronaldo was weirder, it's not even Ronaldo. It's fucking Salvatore Ganacci.
Who?
Yeah, I don't even know who this dude is. Like, I legit had to look him up. He's like some DJ from a different country, so it's like, at this point, you basically are just inviting anybody that you can find on the streets now, bro. Like, go to a local McDonald's and find someone dressed up as Grimace, and then pair him up with Colonel Sanders and see how people are gonna react. I know the reaction's gonna be mixed, but god damn it, it'll be hype. In my opinion, they're just there to be a walking advertisement for whatever is going on in there. I mean, we already have Ronaldo and Ganacci, so what's even next? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the video right here.